Tonight is the night. To start a Dexter review, I am so excited. My name is Chris from Fresh Look Cinema, and I am so excited for this one. I got my Dexter Kill shirt out, and I'm ready to talk about Dexter Morgan in Dexter Season 9, Episode 1. He is back from a 10-year hiatus and has not killed since this episode. So it's really riveting to actually see Dexter Morgan, Michael C. Hall, back in this role and actually see what's been going on in the last 10 years. So we start right off the beginning with his morning routine, taking care of his household, taking care of his mini little farm he has going on. And then the hunting scene was the most interesting at the very beginning because we see him hunting with a gun, which we've never really seen. There might have been a couple kills where he used a blow dart or something, but not a gun. So it was interesting to see him hunting, and he's about to pull the trigger on this beautiful white stag, and he doesn't. He just doesn't pull the trigger. First look, I was like, what's going on? Why isn't he shooting? I thought he was a hunter now, but later on in the film, there's a strong connection with his 10-year hiatus of not killing anyone, not, letting the dark passenger take over, but literally just not doing anything. So it has a strong parallel with the stag and his character development. So we see Dexter throughout the film as he's progressing with his everyday affairs. He's actually starting to talk to Deb, which, as Dexter develops and has developed for the last now 9 seasons, we've seen him and his human side a lot more. And now we get to see him guilt-ridden for letting Deb die. We now see that Dexter has a new life. After 10 years, he's settled down. He has a girlfriend that, go figure, is a cop. And he has strong ties to this community. He even works at a gun shop, a hunting, trading outpost in town. So it's really interesting seeing that Dexter has this routine, very social routine that mimics kind of Miami. So in Miami, he would bring donuts to work every day. He brings his special pastry to this character. So he's really trying to mimic what kind of life he had in Miami to replicate and stay in character. But as you know, Dexter, if this is your first time watching Dexter or you've seen the other seasons, you know nothing lasts forever, especially in the Dexter seasons. Nothing lasts forever. So just like here, he starts up again and the dark passenger has to come out. I love the cinematic setting because each time Dexter is put in a situation where he's frustrated, he's annoyed, there's a pause. And that pause is his dark passenger kicking in, saying a witty comment, making conversation with himself, but you don't hear it at all. So it's very noticeable because he'll pause in, let's say, a situation where someone is very rude to him. He'll pause, and then he'll keep carrying conversation, or he'll leave the situation. So I was waiting, and I was waiting throughout the whole episode. I was like, please, 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 please come back. Come back to us with the dark passenger voice. And then later on the episode, you actually hear the dark passenger come back and be like, tonight's the night. And Dexter comes back to himself, actually. Towards the end of the episode, he actually gets, and this is spoiler alert, I'm going to spoil it. He kills again. He gets his first kill again against this guy named Matt. He turned to find out, just like Dexter used to find out about his killers or his abusers, he finds out throughout the episode little breadcrumbs of Matt actually being a bad guy, being on a cruise ship or a boat of some kind and causing an accident that causes the death of multiple people. So he finds out Matt's a bad guy. It's the same guy that bought a gun from Dexter's shop. So he knows this guy's bad news. He's killed in the past. He's gotten away with it. So he's already on Dexter's radar. And as Dexter is running his daily routine, running after this white stag is symbolic of his actually, what I think is symbolic of his absence of killing. For 10 years, maybe not 10 years, but for a very long time, he has ran after this stag in the attempt to try to hunt it, to try to kill it, to end its life. But after so many years, he's actually appreciated its beauty. He even says that in the show that it's perfect. It has no characteristics of humans, it has no impurities, and during his last run in the woods after it, he gets so close to reach his hand out to try to touch it. The stag doesn't move. The scene is stillness. He is standing right next to the stag. The stag is about to sniff his hand, and then a big gunshot and a blood splatter hits Dexter, and the stag hits the ground. And of course, it's Matt there that just killed his stag, that just blew up and reminded Dexter how much he misses killing. Matt runs up like an idiot, saying, I'm sorry, didn't mean to hit you, I didn't mean to almost hit you, and was just acting like an idiot. Dexter takes the butt of his gun, hits him in the nose, and then knocks him out. And then that is the moment where Dexter is like, okay, I'm back. So he slits the throat of the stag to cover up the blood trail left behind by him smashing the guy's nose, and then takes Matt and takes him back to his kill room. And this is like such an iconic moment because Dexter fans have been waiting forever for Dexter to return, because season 8, the last episode ended. It ended with no monologue, so no dark passenger talking. It ended with, looks like Dexter was in total isolation. No routine, no kill room, nothing. He was just in his own head, but with no insight on his thoughts or what his next move was going to be. So seeing him alive and actually tapping into his dark passenger was it was just an amazing scene, because you could tell that he was back. He was back in full flight, full Dexter mode, and it was crazy to see after so many years of him being in isolation from the dark passenger to actually being reunited, like reuniting with a good friend. So seeing this was crazy, because as a fan, we're just like, he's going back to his old ways, how he's going to do it. And during the episode, another crazy thing that happened, Harrison returns as looks like almost an adult. It's been years since Dexter's seen him, and at first he dismissed Harrison altogether, because, so many people have died because of Dexter, especially Deb. And Deb reminds him that this is not a good idea, that he needs to let Harrison go. And Dexter at first does. He says, I don't know you. You gotta leave. So he runs Harrison out. But towards the end of the episode, he picks Harrison up at the bus transit and was like, hey, I'm your dad. We got a lot to talk about. Come home. So he takes him home. And that's pretty much where the episode ends. But, it was such an exciting episode. Just seeing Dexter have absolutely no monologue, looking like he was beaten down to just a mere shadow of what he was in Miami. In Miami, he was alive. He lived for the moment to enjoy riding with the dark passenger. But now he was it just looked like he was a shadow of himself. But after this episode, he was more alive than I think ever. Very, very similar to how he was in Miami. And I'm super excited to see how it's going to progress, how Harrison's going to be incorporated in the story, who the new bad guy is going to be, and how Dexter is going to kind of balance the raising of Harrison and protecting him, because that's his philosophy now, is protect Harrison at all costs. And now it's control the dark passenger. So how is he going to balance Harrison, the dark passenger, his girlfriend that's a cop, and any more people that go missing? Because the person that he killed was Matt, and he was a high class guy. And his dad was referenced many times in the story as being very, very powerful. So Dexter, I feel like, has picked the next big bad guy to come after him. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Dexter handles all that and balances his new obsession with the Dark Passenger. So, yeah, I hope you love this, and I hope you will check out Dexter Season 9, Episode 1 on Showtime. It was amazing, and I can't wait for Episode 2. I will be reviewing every single episode of Dexter. If you want more Dexter reviews and movie reviews, game, anime, all kinds of reviews, please smack that like button and subscribe for more content here at Fresh Look Cinema. I hope you have a great day, and please enjoy your own personal slice of life.